Welcome back, Droppin fans. Thanks for coming back to the channel and checking us out again for another installment. So I'm going to give you 5 players in each of the top skill positions: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and help you out. So let's go. Ready? Quarterbacks. Cam Newton, first of all, going against Denver. I think he's getting a little bit of a role right now, playing better within the offense, and so I think he's going to be able to take advantage and get some good fantasy production. I'm not calling a win for them, but I think he'll do well there. Matt Ryan, of course, is going to do well against New Orleans. That one's not really a surprise, but I wanted to include it in my list. And then every week, here's the key. If you got players going against Kansas City, play them. Okay? Kansas City right now is not good. They're just not good. So obviously that's going to be Big Ben at the quarterback. Josh Freeman is looking pretty good. I'm not saying Pro Bowler and all that stuff, but fantasy-wise, I think he's going to get the production he needs, especially this week when his matchups against the Chargers. So that's going to go well. And then Joe Flacco against the Raiders. Last week, the Raiders disappointed me a bit. I'm not going to lie. They did. You know, I thought Doug Martin might bust out for a couple good runs. In fact, if you watch my video from before, that's what I mentioned. He busted out for a few good runs, touchdown runs, all of over 40 yards. It was ridiculous. It's propelled him into the top tier stratosphere now of running backs. But deservedly, he ran hard, so I'll give it to him. Alright, running backs. Shift gears. Michael Turner could do it. Running against New Orleans, I'm not going to say he's going to get a lot of yards, but I think he'll get some touchdowns. Michael LeSure from Detroit. They're facing this week Minnesota. It's a tough defense, but after last week's performance, I think they're going to look to get in the ball, just to take more pressure off of Stafford and Calvin Johnson. So we'll look for some good points there. Reggie Bush, keep saying Reggie Bush. He's going to do it. He's going to get it done this week as well. Felix Jones. So this is an interesting matchup. So we got Dallas against the Eagles, and I think Felix is going to have a good day fantasy-wise. Okay, so there's a good start. Now here's it's not really a sleeper, this next pick, but Marcel Reese. You got Darren McFadden out, Mike Goodson out. Tywan Jones is the starter, but Marcel's more dependable. After watching every Raider game, take it from a Raider fan, okay? He may not get a ton of carries, but he's going to get the ball. Passing, he's going to get his opportunities, and Tywan is prone to fumble. It's not looking good for Raider Nation this week, I'll tell you that. But fantasy-wise, Marcel could be a good pick, and he's probably going to be available for you to go get. Let's go get him. Oh wait, did you get him? Alright, good job. Wide receivers. So I think Drew Brees is going to have a good day, obviously. I think his number one target for touchdowns this week is going to be Colston. So go take a look at that matchup. We already talked about the Raiders. So Torrey Smith, I think, is going to be the leading candidate. I was trying to decide between him and Bolden, and I think Torrey will break out for a player. A long touchdown or so. On the other side of that, I know this is very Raider-oriented, and that's really all I care about, and that's what our relationship needs to be built on. You need to have that understanding, and we cater to Raider Nation, and so I'm going to bring you a lot of that perspective. Okay? Are you okay with that? Good. Alright. So with the running game being grounded, Carson Palmer's going to throw a bazillion times in this game against the Ravens, and Ravens secondary can be beat. And so I know last week I said his number one target is Denarius Moore. I would say that would be again the same. Not a huge week last week, touchdown-wise, but look for him to bounce back here and get a lot of receptions. Another couple, Brandon Lloyd, I think, for New England. He's going to have a good game against Buffalo. And then round it off with Mike Williams, Tampa Bay. I think he's going to be the number one target this week for the Buccaneers, going up against, I forget now, San Diego. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Lastly, real quickly, midseason awards. Every team's played 8 games now, and I just want to give you my top MVP candidates for each position. Really no surprises here. You can find this anywhere you want, but I just want to give these guys some publicity they deserve. Drew Brees, not winning real games, but he's winning you fake games. and that's what counts, right? That's what we care about. Arian Foster, #1 pick across the board, generally speaking, in all drafts. Living up to the hype. You gotta love that, right? Giving you what you thought you were getting. A wide receiver is AJ Green. What a stud. He's just being solid, right? Good receiver. I haven't always been high on him, but I'm a believer now in AJ Green. And of course, tight end, you got Gronk. He's had some injuries, kind of giving you some question marks, some headaches each week a little bit, but he just produces, you know what I'm saying? So you got to give it to him. Alright, so thanks again for watching. We'll be trying to get more videos up here to get more of our insight, not only on fantasy football, but a lot of other topics. Tar Heel basketball, of course, coming up. Go Heels, go Heels! And I'm out.